I just want to make a comment. You know, it was last year, I guess, at the event, whenever Clint came, the last time. But I personally, you know, I've always thought of CISA and that group. Is a lot of questions here kind of related to it too, is about standards. You know, what regulations, what standards, that type of stuff. And it's a great source of information for that. But the one thing that impressed me whenever I first met Clint, actually, was how proactive the CISA seems to be now. You know, I've been involved in cybersecurity for a long time, and they would send me, I'd see a lot of information flowing and things like that, and I'm not an active cybersecurity guy, so I would see it, but I didn't use it. But now it's become much more proactive. They're like saying, please call us, we want to come out and help you. So I want to emphasize that, because not just because they're here, but I think that's a real change, in my opinion, a very good change, and there's kind of no reason not to do it. That's what I would think. So anyhow, I just wanted to highlight that. Anyhow, I want to thank, let me just applaud these guys, because it's very nice of them to come. Now we're going to try to do our sponsor lightning round stuff. Where's Mark? Okay, notice Mark's a big guy, so that's why we have him manage this. No, I got the names and all that, but do you want to get them together? Yeah, our first, we're going to, like I said, the intention is to be a lightning round. We're doing this because we do think that it's really important that you get to see these things that the companies offer. So we just want to give them, so here's our sponsors again. And we were going to give each of the sponsors, just starting under that line is the cybersecurity ones, where it starts with Armis, an opportunity just to say what you're going to see at their booth. So hopefully somebody from Armis is here. Oh, it should be Steve Garindak.
Steve, is Steve here?
I don't know Steve. So
hello, test. Okay, Steve. Steve's not here, so next.
Okay, now, Mark, you want to just pass the mic to Mark?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
That's okay.
Yeah.
The next one's Willie Nelson, not the singer, but Willie Nelson from Fortinet.
Is Fortinet here?
Yeah, we actually have Willie Nelson
Willie.
here today.
Okay, great. Well,
I know he gets that a lot. So.
Say lightning round.
Yeah, you do not want me to sing. Trust me. Willie Nelson, Field CISO for Operations Technology and Fortinet. Let's make sure I have my notes here. We're here to protect your IT and OT environments, even with ruggedized appliances. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Please, by all means, stop by our booth. Happy to talk cybersecurity, industrial controls, and it's going to be that short and simple for me.
Yeah, and just a note too, I think Willie's going to be giving the presentation at lunch.
Carlos.
No, excuse me, Carlos is going to be doing that.
Carlos
Sanchez.
Yeah, so the workshop is at 12:15 for Fortinet. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, why don't you guys all come up front? Okay, it's a lot easier for
Yeah, that way people can see you too. So, Sandeep here from Nozomi. Okay. Pete Lund. Do I see there's Pete?
Is Pete here?
Yeah, Pete's right there.
Well, you're right. So these lights are so bright, I can't see
I know.
anybody.
Give the thing to Nozomi,
Pete.
to Sandeep.
Where's Nozomi? Okay, yeah, there you go, Sandeep.
Thank you very much. Morning, everybody. Welcome to ARC 2023. Thank you for letting me take the next 120 seconds of your time to quickly talk about Nozomi Networks. We are the global leader when it comes to OT and IoT security. Our genesis is in securing OT critical infrastructures. This is not an expansion play for us. This is all we do with an extensive global footprint across all verticals of critical infrastructure. This year, we are celebrating our 10th birthday all year, which marks a decade for us with dozens of meaningful features which others have tried to replicate. We are the strongest detection platform in the space, in addition to being the only full stack solution in the space. We currently decode and parse in excess of 200 OT and IoT specific protocols simultaneously without performance degradation. We provide a fully extensible and scalable platform able to mold to customers' unique networks. We have very flexible architectures for 2- and 3-tiered deployment strategies, in addition to the broadest hardware form factors, including ruggedized options. We are the smallest footprint to deploy with the fastest time to deploy. We offer virtual software with full feature parity for every hypervisor, including container software. We're primarily a passive solution with optional active components. In addition, we curate and offer threat and asset intelligence feeds, which enhance threat detections which are released in real time. New features and enhancements are being added regularly, including our new endpoint sensor, which I'll be talking about this afternoon. Thank you to our events and host sponsors. More information at our booth.
And you also have a workshop today. Yes. What time? 1:05, 1 o'clock. Okay, yeah. Okay, very good.
Our next one is Pete Lund.
Pete?
From OpSWAT. He's Vice President of Products for OT Security.
Thanks, guys. So very simple here at OpSWAT, our mission is protecting critical infrastructure. We've got a very strong platform for protecting both IT and OT. We cover use cases from things like asset visibility, and really our goal is to get folks extremely mature up that ARC maturity curve. So we start you at asset visibility. We've got complementary technologies that work with industrial firewalls, data diodes, unidirectional security gateways, secure remote access, software-defined perimeter, and that really comprises our OT side. When you switch into IT, we've got things like zero trust-based file scanning solutions, things to protect email, web gateways, web app uploads, as well as many other on IT. We're here all week. I've got a tremendous session that I'll be speaking about at lunch around building cybersecurity maturity. We've got a great customer session with Hitachi Energy this afternoon. We're in booth 21. We're launching our mobile kiosk this week. So come by, catch a demo of the platform, as well as understanding, zero trust at very rugged and harsh conditions. Thanks.
Okay, next is John Livingston. He's the CEO of Verve Industrial Protection.
Hi, everyone. I'm John Livingston, as Sid said. Verve Industrial has been around for 30 years. This is our 30th anniversary this year. It was founded originally as an industrial controls engineering firm, so designing control systems for power, water, steel, manufacturing, et cetera. About 15 years ago, we built the first version of the Verve Security Center, which is our software platform. And Verve, at its core, is an endpoint management platform for OT. So we focus on going to each and every endpoint, gathering robust data on each of those endpoints, and then using that data in an integrated way to be able to identify attack surfaces that may be open to you. We all know that there are thousands and thousands of vulnerabilities on these systems. How do we address those? How do we address everything from patching to configuration hardening, et cetera? And what our platform does is it allows organizations to prioritize all of those potential endpoint risks, make prioritizations, and take the right actions to manage those endpoints. So I'll be talking about that a little bit later today, and look forward to meeting you all this week. Thanks.
Thank you, John.
At 1 o'clock.
Mike Bovo with Acronis. Acronis is a backup and recovery software focused on OT. Acronis has been around for over 20 years at this point. A lot of people, a lot of companies in this room use Acronis currently. Acronis for the OT space is going to be really good at mass recovery as well as backup of legacy systems as well, right? So we have and will continue to have support for XP Service Pack 1 and Windows 2003 for all those mission critical machines that you're still running on there.
Hey, Mark.
Any questions that you have, we will have a customer session with Boston Scientific at 4 tomorrow, and then we have a booth right out by the food and coffee as well. So any questions, don't hesitate to come by and ask us.
Okay, thank you, Mike.
Okay, thank you very much. So we're going by the order right here on this list. So CeeLo is not here. They're here, but they're not here yet. But they will have a booth at 6 p.m. So after that, John from Deloitte.
Good morning, everybody. John Cusimano with Deloitte. Pleased to be here. I've been here many times over the years, but most recently now with Deloitte. Deloitte acquired the company I was with, AE Cyber Solutions, about 1.5 years ago. And so I'm here representing our industrial cybersecurity, OT, IoT, and what we call cyber physical security practice. You probably all know Deloitte from our 175-year history as tax, advisory, consulting, and so on. but we have a very large cybersecurity practice. And as I said, the group here is really focused on our cyber physical security, which encompasses OT, ICS, IoT, really anything that is cyber and physical in nature. So we'll be talking about our assessment services, our implementation support, and our MSSP offerings.
Okay, thank you, John. Let's see, Dragos is not here, but they have a booth also. They're not physically here yet, so they have a booth available in front of the, next to the ARC booth. Next is Mission Secure.
It's Devin. Go ahead.
Thanks. Hi, everybody. I'm Devin McCrate. I'm the head of marketing for Mission Secure. We're thrilled to be back here again. Since June, when we were here before, our products team and services team have been very busy. So in November, we launched the latest and greatest version of our OT monitoring and protection platform, which we'd love to demo for you at booth 17. We, as a company, we have a strategy of trying to meet each customer wherever they happen to be on their OT security journey. So whether you're at square one, just looking for insight into what assets you have and where they're connecting, or you're further down the road and you're interested in maybe implementing some active rule-based decision-making about what kind of traffic's allowed to cross your network. We work a lot trying to figure out how to make each of those things easier for you. So, when you come to the booth, you can expect to hear about our new asset discovery and monitoring capabilities, our policy enforcement capabilities, if you're ready to have that conversation, and our services team. But what we'd really like is to hear from you. What sort of projects do you have in the works? What challenges are you facing? What do you need from an OT cybersecurity partner to make you more successful? So please stop by. We've brought a pretty big team, all of whom know more than I do. And we also have a customer session tomorrow at 4:30 with the City of Tampa. So booth 17, hope to see you there. Thanks.
Next, after Mission Secure, we have TX1. Is anyone from TX1 here in the room? Okay, so they're here. Zage, go ahead.
Hey guys, Joe Nestor with Zage and nailed the pronunciation. Good job. It's, I think xylophone with Zage.
That's the one with the X.
That's right.
That's the one with the X.
Just trying to trip you guys up a little bit, but hopefully you remember it. So what our founders set out to do very ambitiously about 5-6 years ago when they started this company was determine how they could solve what they deemed as a really critical gap in security and particularly OT systems. Specifically, how could we put identity at the center of everything we secure instead of maybe network or perimeter? So that was the ambitious goal. They very successfully have achieved that goal. We've developed a cyber mesh, which is ultimately rolled out on a distributed ledger. If you want to know a bit more about how, Joe's not the guy, but we have many people here who can explain that a bit further. The so what, right, is we're getting organizations to a place where they're able to do much more proactive approaches to security, prevent not just north-south entry into OT systems, but also east-west proliferation of attacks within those systems as well. And we can do that all the way down at like layer 1, layer 0. Again, would love to explain a bit more about how with demos and the like in our booth, booth 14. We also are going to have an opportunity this week to talk to you guys with our CEO and one of our flagship customers, Petronas, over in Malaysia. So that's tomorrow afternoon around 2 o'clock, I think. So yeah, so please come check that session out too. The last thing I'd share is what's tremendously interesting for Zage is as we get more mature within some of these flagship accounts, we're finding organizations start with OT security and you need to put identity at the core of it, but they're actually starting to bridge into the IT-OT convergence points and even leverage Zage in some IT use cases as well. So we're very excited about the future and where we're going. We've got critical infrastructure to be sure. We also have big government starting to really lean in and invest with Zage and look at us as a really important future technology to better secure these systems for the attack vectors of today and tomorrow, not of the past. So looking forward to meeting everybody. And oh, by the way, really cool t-shirts. So if nothing else, come by booth 14. We got really cool t-shirts. Anybody likes to work out, they're dry fit, they're great. So please come on by for those.
That's the real, that's a good draw.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you all. Everyone, the sponsors here do a lot of hard work. We put together a great group of cybersecurity companies, all of which have got tremendous value. We want to thank you, sponsors, for your participation, and the sessions that you have put together this year are outstanding. I think we've got some great speakers. I encourage you to look at the agenda for tomorrow and also for Wednesday at 2 and 4 p.m. Today, also at 4 o'clock, we have 2 sessions. And then, of course, we have our lunches today. So, you know, please, and also the booths. I mean, it's important to take a look. There's a lot of new information, new technologies, new capabilities. And obviously, we're going to talk more about some of the challenges that you're going to be facing in our next, at 10:30, right?
Yes.
So, so I encourage you to meet our sponsors and to engage in new discussions. So, thank you very much, sponsors. Thank you for being here, and look forward to learning more from you this week. Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for staying within the time limit that we asked.